Thank you for watching my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you how I contour. I start off with foundation and a wet sponge. Here I'm using ELCIE Cosmetics in Vanilla, and I applied 2 thin layers. Now we're going to draw the contour. Here I'm using LA Girl Pro Conceal in Beautiful Bronze. I draw a diagonal line from the top of my ear to the direction of the corner of my mouth. I stop in the middle of my eyebrow, making sure I don't bring it too close to my mouth. Draw a series of dots along your forehead, which will later be blended out. And if you like to slim your jawline, draw 2 consecutive lines on either side, which will also be blended out. If you're new to nose contouring, I highly recommend that you try this technique with powder first. It's a lot easier and it's a little bit simpler when blending out. Drawing a line under the lip and in the middle of the cupid's bow also adds dimension to the lips. I chose to conceal and highlight at the same time, so I took a concealer only a couple shades lighter than my foundation. Here I'm drawing rectangular patterns under the eye. This makes my eye look a little bit more lifted than if you just did a circular pattern. Also drag this down the nose and through the forehead. The chin is another one of my favorite places to highlight. It just brings an additional dimension to the face that really is attractive. Now it's time to blend out the highlighting areas. Blend out the lighter portions first if you're going to be using the same sponge. It just makes sure that the colors don't mix too much and that highlight stays nice and bright. Now blend the contour areas upward in light motions, making sure that you're placing this color very strategically. When blending out, make sure you can't see any of the lines between the light and the dark. Once you have the basis of your cream contour, set all of your hard work with powder. Here I'm using a wet sponge and translucent powder to set all of my highlighted areas. For extra coverage, you could always use a skin tone powder instead. Contour can become aggressive way too fast, so here I chose to apply a bronzer all over the face with a duo fiber brush. This ensures that my contour looks natural yet defining. If you want to add a little bit of extra depth to the contour, take a fan brush and a slightly deeper toned powder and carve out the back half of your cheeks. This makes it seem like you have really sucked in cheeks and that effect that most women like to wear. Depending on the look you're going for, pick a neutral blush that's going to go with whatever lipstick you've chosen for that day. Blush really marries the contour and highlight together. Now, because I filmed this in springtime and everybody loves the glow, I chose my favorite highlighting powder right now, which is Artist Couture, and I put Gold Digger on the tops of my cheeks, and oh my god, look at that, isn't it beautiful? And then I take the other color, which is known as Yes, and I fan that right over my blush, and this creates the most glowy look. So if you don't like to look a little glowy and shimmery, I wouldn't do this step. Here I add a little bit on my inner corners, and voila! We highlight and contour because it looks amazing in photos and real life too. So I hope you enjoy watching. Don't forget to subscribe.